Let's bring in Clay Travis on this. To me, that's the extent of Trump hatred. It's absolutely bizarre. Blood on the streets if Trump's elected, if Haley voters go for Trump. That's ridiculous.
I'd love to have seen pushback, thanks for having me on, and someone asked Van Jones if Vladimir Putin disrespects Donald Trump so much, why didn't he invade Ukraine for the 4 years that Donald Trump was in office? Why did he wait until Biden was in office to actually invade Ukraine in the first place? And second part of this is, I would say, if Russia can't manage to make it through Ukraine, what makes you think that they're suddenly going to invade a NATO country and bring on the entire onslaught of Europe and American troops to be defending that territory? I mean, it's nonsensical. And I think this is part of the larger issue that we're seeing in this race as we get ready for the State of the Union address tonight. When you sold Donald Trump as Adolf Hitler, when you sold Donald Trump as the Antichrist, effectively, which is what Democrats did in 2020, and then you elect Joe Biden, and we have 8 million illegals pouring in across the southern border. We have record violent crime in many different cities across America. Inflation surges to a 40-year high. People don't feel good about their economic situation. You can't sell anybody on the idea that things are going to be worse under Trump, because we just had Trump and that things were not bad there. We had record high unemployment of all races. We had wage growth. We had 2.5% and 3% mortgage rates, where now we got 7% and 7.5% mortgage rates. People aren't dumb. They remember the difference. And I think what you just said is, people definitely feel like they were better off when Trump was in office than they do with Biden in office.
They do. You've heard of the North Face company, I'm sure. Well, they're offering a 20% discount for customers in Britain who take an equity course. Now, this course teaches how white people never experience racism and that the outdoors is oppressive towards black people. Have at it, Clay.
I just wish that companies would focus on producing a good product at a good price and not be concerned at all. I don't care what my fleece company thinks about anything on the planet, right? I don't care what they think about any issue. I just care, is the fleece a decent price, and is it warmer than it otherwise would be than their competitors? And I feel like, everybody's dog food company telling me what they think about systemic racism is a fundamental sign that we're broken in this country, right? I just want my cats and dogs to eat their food. I don't particularly care what the company thinks about global warming. And so I think 80%, 90% of Americans and frankly, global consumers are with me, and these companies just keep losing their way. And frankly, this makes me not want to buy North Face, which should be the exact opposite of what marketing should do.
Exactly.